Hi everyone, welcome to DawnTillDusk Tarot. This reading is going to be what you can expect in your week ahead, but we are going to be focusing specifically on what is going to be happening for you in your love life in the week ahead. So, I have 3 piles here. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So, take as much time as you need, take a couple of deep breaths, and really just get in a place that you're able to make a clear decision on which card that you are most drawn to. And with that being said, let's just get right into the video. Thank you very much for watching. Hi Group 1, if you chose pile 1, then this is your message for the week ahead. And we are going to be specifically talking about what you can expect in your love life for the week ahead this week. So, for your tarot cards, we have the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Swords. From the Romance Angels, we have Love Yourself First, the Moonology Oracle, A New Start is Coming, and the Sacred Destiny Oracle, Illumination. Okay, so you are still being hurt by a past situation, whether that person is still trying to be in your life and is just continuing to cause you pain, or they are no longer in your life, but the feelings that you had for them still hurt because the relationship ended and it just was very painful for you. You didn't really want it to end, and it ended in a very painful way as well, because we see with the Ten of Swords, he is stabbed in the back. So I usually read this as being in a lot of pain, caused by betrayal from someone. So maybe this person lied to you or even went behind your back with someone else. In some way, they were deceptive, and that is what caused this relationship to end. So you have been still hanging on to this pain for a while, but since it is a 10, that shows that the cycle is going to end. The 10 is the final card, so it shows that even though all of this pain is here and it's extremely painful for you, and I understand that, it also, this is an indication that it isn't going to last much longer. So pretty much it's like as bad as it can get. I know that's not very comforting to hear, but all I'm saying is it can't get any worse from here. You're already feeling all of the pain that you're going to feel, and you're going to start to move out of that. And the reason that I say you're going to move out of it is because we see this Ace of Swords. This is about gaining clarity on a situation that you really need to see things that maybe you were not allowing yourself to see, or you just didn't want to see the truth of the situation. So maybe when this person lied to you, or they betrayed you in some way, you didn't want to accept that, because it's usually pretty hard for us to accept when the person that we really care about hurts us. We all, if we really care about the person, it's easy to try to make excuses for them, or to just not really want to accept that somebody that we love and care about this much would do something like this to us. We just don't want to believe it. But I really see that the way that you're going to start to work through the pain that you have been feeling is by really just accepting the truth and just starting to get comfortable with the fact that this did happen. This person did hurt you. They did probably break your heart. And even though it's not a comfortable truth, it is one that we have to be okay with in order to move forward. And I don't mean to be okay with the fact that they hurt you. I'm not saying that you should ignore it or just blindly forgive them and invite them back into your life to do it again. That's not what I mean. But what I do mean is that you need to just accept that it did happen and realize that this person is capable of hurting you. They've proven that to you. They have hurt you. But that's okay. It's not going to... It hurts you, but it doesn't have to just totally defeat you and break you down and make you just against love, like make you not ever want to find love again or be in a relationship again. Because it's easy when we are betrayed by somebody that we care about to want to just push love away and not let ourselves feel it ever again for anybody else because we're afraid or we just don't want to feel that pain again. But this is showing to me, because even though this is that acceptance and that clarity of, yes, this person hurt you, it's also going to be a positive thing when you can get to that point that you can accept that, because that's what's going to allow you to move forward. And I really don't see that you will be moving forward with this same person. I don't see the relationship being able to continue. Like I said, I really feel that it did come to an end. I feel like they did hurt you. And they may have hurt you, betrayed you, and broken up with you. Ended the relationships, that ended it themselves. And you're just left sitting there like, wait a minute, you hurt me, you did this, and now you're going to end it. Like, they just kept piling the pain on top of you, which is why we see you here and you look so defeated and just hurt. But you're not going to stay here, and that's the good news, because what I see is with this Ace of Swords, you're going to be able to heal and move forward. And that's going to allow this Page of Swords to come into your life. And what this Page of Swords is a new offering of communication and a new energy that's coming in for you. So what I see is a new person that wants to come into your life. And this week, I really see that you're going to be making a lot of great steps forward to move past that pain. And every step forward that you take from leaving that pain behind is going to allow you to move towards this new love and this new energy that wants to reach out to you. But it's just a matter of getting through that past hurt and dealing with those feelings in such a way that you're not going to allow them to cloud your vision when this new person comes into your life and really wants to give you a new type of love that this other person didn't give you. Because this new energy wants to come in at the right time, and they want to give you something that will make you a lot happier than the last person did. I don't see this as a person that's going to betray you and lie to you and leave you and do everything that this last person did. This new person is definitely a much brighter, happier energy And you're going to feel that as soon as you meet them. You're going to recognize that this is something new and this is something good for you. And you'll be ready for it because you're going to be doing a lot of healing, and the clarity that you're going to gain over this past situation that's been hurting you is just going to open your eyes to the fact that that past person was never really right for you to begin with. So we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So this is just letting you know that you need to heal so that the new energy can come into your life. Because if you're walking around and you're still letting that pain affect you, and you kind of always have a frown on your face, you have a negative outlook on love, and you're just kind of in pain, that's totally understandable that you would feel that way after somebody hurt you like that. I'm not saying that you're wrong for being sad and hurt because somebody hurt you. I get it. But this is just reminding you that if you can work past that pain that you're feeling, that sadness that you're carrying with you, people will be able to recognize that you're in a much better place emotionally and mentally, and that's going to draw them to you a lot quicker than a negative, sour look on your face. Or, like if your attitude is just like somebody that has been hurt and isn't very trustworthy of people, that's not going to really draw somebody new in. And like I said, I see this new energy coming towards you that's very positive. So that really shows me that you are going to be able to move past the pain, because it wouldn't be showing up that you'll receive this new energy. So you are fully capable of loving yourself again and putting yourself back out as a positive person that is definitely looking for love, looking for a relationship, and wants to be happy and make someone else happy as well. So here we have a new start is coming. So this just really sums up the fact that it's time to get rid of the old so that you can invite the new in. It's hard to let something new into your life if you're still holding on to the past. Like, if you want to buy a new couch and it's something that you really want, you've been saving up for, you can finally afford it, and you really want that new couch, but you won't get rid of your old couch that is beat up and gross and has stains all over it, a couch that's almost an embarrassment, you need to get rid of it. You won't get rid of that, then there's no room for your new couch that you want to buy. So it only makes sense. Like, wouldn't you just throw away that old couch that isn't any good anymore and make room for your new couch? So I don't want to say it's as simple as a couch, because I understand the emotional side of things. It's not that easy. But the reason that I make the analogy is just to show you that the new energy really wants to come in, and I really see it's a good thing for you, and you have to make room for that. I really believe that you're capable of that. I really believe that you want to move on. I think that you're to the point that you've been hurting long enough, and you want to move past it and find something new. And the universe wants to do that for you. They want to provide you with something new and better for you. So you just have to make room for it. And it'll just, there it will be. As soon as you're ready for it, it will be there. And then we have illumination. And this is about trusting your heart over your head. Which sometimes that can seem a little bit, I don't know, a lot of people try to just really use their logic. They don't like to get too caught up in their emotions. They like to just be like, okay, here's the facts of the situation. So what do I need to do based on these facts in front of me? I'm going to just cut the emotion out of it. This is asking you to do the opposite. So maybe you've been trying to really just see this situation as too logical. You're basing it too much off of facts. Like, oh, this person, we haven't been together for this amount of time, so technically by now I should be over them. Like the last time a relationship ended, I was over it in 2 weeks. So how come now it's been 4 weeks and I'm still not over it this time? You're really trying to get into this, like, in your head, thinking about how things should be. And that's really the opposite of what you need to be doing. Because if you would just step into a place that you are looking at things from an emotional standpoint and seeing that whatever this situation was that caused you this much pain, there's a reason it hurt you so badly, and there's a reason that so far you haven't been able to fully heal from it yet. So if you would just check in with your heart and be very kind to yourself while you do so. I want to add that you really need to validate those feelings that you're having. Even if you think, oh, I should be over it, I should, whatever you think that you should do, set that aside for a minute and just sit with the fact that you are still feeling hurt, and give yourself that time that it takes to explore why you would still be hurting and how you can move forward from that. I don't think you're being very kind to yourself right now, and maybe that's why we're getting this love yourself message here, because maybe you're being too harsh with yourself and you're thinking that you should be over this by now, or it shouldn't hurt you this bad, because if this person is able to just go and lie and do whatever they do to me, I shouldn't even care. I should just be over it. Obviously that's not the case, because there's something that you're holding on to. So this is just asking you to please be kind and patient with yourself and really explore your feelings as opposed to just these thoughts that you keep having. So maybe spend a little bit of time with yourself, check in with yourself often, and see how you're doing. I know that sounds simple, but just try to comfort yourself and be a little bit nicer to yourself is what I'm getting here. But I really do see that this week there's going to be some kind of breakthrough with this Ace of Swords, this clarity. Something is going to happen for you that's going to cause you to see the situation in a different light. Maybe it is going into these feelings here and seeing how you are actually feeling that's causing you to hang on. Something's going to happen for you, though, this week, and it's definitely going to be positive. You're going to be stepping towards the future, what's coming to you, and that's going to allow this new energy to reach out. So that is what I see here, and I really hope this offered you some clarity, and if it did, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe down below and give the video a like as well. And thank you very much for watching. Hi Group 2, if you chose Pile 2, then this is your message for the week ahead. And we are going to be focusing specifically on your love life for the week ahead. So, let's look at your cards here. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. For the Romance Angels, we have Flirt, the Moonology Oracle, A New Start is Coming, and the Sacred Destiny Oracle, Abundance. Okay. So, you have been hanging on to a situation for a while. And I believe that this is a relationship that the both of you are in, and I think that deep down you know that this relationship isn't the rest of your life. It's not, even if you don't really like to admit that or you try to deny that. I think deep down you do know that it's not working out. So you've been trying to hang on to it, and you've been trying to find ways to make it work. So maybe you've even gone as far as going to counseling, or just really trying to try new things with this person to see if you can get the relationship back to where it was when it first started. I think that the relationship probably started off pretty good, and that's why both of you are having a hard time letting it go now, because you're both thinking of this past that you were both happy with, and so you know that you made each other happy at one point, so it's like, okay, why can't we still make each other happy? Like, we've done it before, so why would we be unable to continue to make each other happy? But sometimes, of course, that just happens, and whatever the case is, this relationship just isn't working out, and deep down, you know that. And the reason that I say that you do know that is we have the Eight of Cups. So this is you walking away. Because cups represent emotions in tarot. So this is literally you having all of these emotions here in front of you. We see all of the emotions stacked on each other, and then we see you walking away from all of it. And I see this as not an easy decision, but I see it as something that you know is necessary, because this isn't really working out with this person, and I really don't think that they are willing to admit that it's not working out. So it is going to have to be a situation of you walking away, while they still will probably want to hang on longer. And of course, that's going to probably make it even more difficult for you, because I don't really see it as you just wanting to get away as quick as you can and like you'll be happy to leave. I think it's going to be difficult for you to walk away, and then them wanting you to continue to try and to stay, that's not going to help anything. I'm sorry if this sounds harsh. Like, I'm not trying to make the situation sound hopeless, because it isn't. But this is something that you definitely know that you have to do for yourself, because this relationship is no longer making either of you happy like it did before. I see this is the other person in the situation. They want to keep working. They really think that this relationship has the ability to improve, but here's the issue. I don't know that it does. I don't know that this relationship is capable of getting back to the point that it was in the beginning, because a lot of times if a situation happens that a relationship just doesn't work out, like neither of the people lied to each other, neither of them cheated, neither of them hurt each other, and it just is a matter of there's no more love for whatever reason, the love faded, or it just never grew into what it would have it just never grew to the full potential of love, is what I'm trying to say. There's nothing that hard work can do about that. Love is something that comes naturally. So working on it, trying to even possibly force it is actually going to make it even more difficult, because love doesn't happen when it's forced. It only happens when it naturally happens. So the harder that we work at it and we don't find that love, it's not coming to us, it's not showing up in the relationship, that's going to lead to frustration. So not only is there a lack of love and emotion, but now there's this frustration with it that's making us feel like, I don't feel love. I don't feel the intensity of this connection that I did in the beginning. And that in itself is sad, and now I'm frustrated about it too, because I can't get it back. Like, you see how it's just kind of going to lead to this resentment and this frustration. So this person is still wanting to work on this connection, and it's going to be up to you whether or not you think it can work out. But I'm just telling you that this card is showing up as you, and it's showing up that you're going to eventually walk away. That's what I'm seeing. So I understand that this might not be the most uplifting message, but that's just what, sometimes we have to walk away from things that aren't working in order to find something that does work for us. Because this isn't a message just of total, doom and gloom to where you're never going to find love. It's just showing me that the love, it's not going to happen here in this situation. You're going to have to go elsewhere, heal from this, and try again with probably someone else. So we see flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. The reason I think that this card is showing up is just to let you know that this doesn't necessarily mean that you just have to start flirting with the next person that looks at you, because I do feel like you still have some work to do as far as this relationship goes, for walking away from the situation. You still have some healing to do there. But this is just showing me that when you're ready for it, there will be opportunities for you to find new love. So when that does happen and you are ready for that, just be, you don't have to just immediately settle down with somebody else. You don't have to meet your soulmate tomorrow. It can be lighthearted connections. This can just be about reaching out to people that maybe you haven't talked to for a while, just to kind of gain a little bit of support. And it's hard to leave a situation that we really care about and just be by ourselves, because that leaves us to do a lot of thinking and reconsidering of whether we made the right decision or not, and we just get in our heads. This is just saying that you should allow yourself to reach out to people and just have fun. Try to see that even though this situation didn't quite work out the way you wanted it to, that doesn't mean that you're doomed. That doesn't mean that you're not going to find love. So just try to stay open, and don't get too in your head, is what I'm saying. Because we see a new start is coming. Group 1 actually got this card as well. So I think this week is going to just be, it's going to be a week of a lot of clarity coming in for people. And maybe it's just kind of the changing of the seasons. It's kind of getting into like the fall. So maybe now all of that summer is kind of, it brings with it an intense energy because of just the weather, and like we like to go out and meet new people, do new things. Fall is, now we have to consider all of the things, it's kind of, everything calms down and we have a little bit of time to ourselves. So this might be the new start, may not be just this brand new beginning overnight, but I think it's just going to be you having the ability to admit to yourself that this connection that you've had isn't working out. It's not what you wanted it to be. It's not what you thought it would be. And so you're going to open yourself up to something else. And whatever that is, whatever opportunity that is, it doesn't have to be, like I said, you don't have to get into another relationship tomorrow. But you will have other opportunities for things. This won't be the end for you, just walking away from this situation. And I really do see that you might start a new love interest with somebody, or just start exploring the possibility of that. And whatever it is, something new is coming. So I think you'll be ready for that when you walk away from this situation that it's not making you happy. So we see the abundance card, and this card is really about not just waiting for things to happen for you, not just sitting back and thinking, well, eventually something will come along and make me happy. This is more about going out and getting what will make you happy. So I really see this as when you are strong enough to walk away from this situation, you will feel better about yourself. You'll have a little bit of confidence because you'll feel like, okay, I walked away from something. I admitted to myself that it wasn't working out, and I accepted that, and I did something about it. So now I can prove to myself that I'm also strong enough to go out into the world and see what opportunities are out there for me, because of course all you want is to be happy, and I'm sure you do want to find love. That's why you've held on to this situation for so long, and that's why you keep trying to make it work with this person, because you want a connection with somebody. Most people, that's kind of human nature. Most people do. And you have to go out and start to make things happen for yourself. I'm not saying to force things. I'm not saying to just, go out into the world and just expect everything great and just, what I'm really saying is open yourself up to new things coming in. Be ready for it. Put yourself out there, and things are coming your way, and you have to be ready for that. So I see that this week you are going to be able to be a lot more open to positive experiences coming into your life, as opposed to just sitting around and hoping that something happens here with this connection that deep down is over. It's not going to progress any further. It's not going to turn into love. It's done. Once you can accept that, move on from that, there are good things coming your way. So I really hope that this offered you some clarity, and if it did, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe down below, and also give the video a like if you would. And thank you very much for watching. Hi Group 3, if you chose Pile 3, then this is your message for the week ahead. And we are going to be specifically focusing on what you can expect in your love life. So, let's get your cards laid out. We have the Four of Wands, the Lovers, and the Nine of Wands. For the Romance Angels, we have Soulmate, the Moonology Oracle, The Answers You Need Are Coming, and the Sacred Destiny Oracle, Wonders. Okay, so you have been kind of waiting for a while to find out what is next for you in your love life. You may be dealing with a couple different options as far as people. So you may have different people that you've been kind of interested in and talking to and getting to know, and you are just wondering who is right for you. Or this could also just be that you have one specific person in mind that you have been communicating with, and you aren't sure if it's the right person for you. I feel like you are very, you try to make decisions pretty carefully, so that usually indicates that you may have been hurt in the past by somebody that you really cared about. So now you are a little bit leery of making a decision about who you're going to be with next, because you really, really want to make sure that they're not going to hurt you like you've been hurt in the past. So if we're talking about one specific person here, I think that you have just been really taking your time with this person and paying attention very closely to any red flags that may be coming up. You know, if there's something about them that you aren't quite sure of, you really focus in on that and pay attention and make sure that they, just like I said, that they aren't going to hurt you like you've been hurt in the past. So you're just really trying to make the right decision for yourself and get all of the facts of the situation, gather all the information that you possibly can before you just jump into a relationship with this person. But I really do see happiness here. This is actually a soulmate card, the Four of Wands. It's a very happy card. It always shows up and just shows us this abundance and this just kind of everybody's happy. Everybody wins with this card. So I really think that this is showing to you that this person that you are asking about, that you're thinking about, that you're wondering about, is most likely your soulmate if this card is showing up. And maybe that's why you've had such a hard time. Maybe that's why you have been questioning this person so much, because they might seem like they're too good to be true. You know, it might be one of the situations that every time you have a conversation, they say the right thing, or you seem to have everything in common, or just whatever the situation is, they always show up in the perfect way, and you just are thinking to yourself, like, this can't even be real because this person seems too good, like they seem too perfect for me, like when is this going to go wrong? You know, like you're kind of just waiting for them to finally admit that pizza isn't their favorite food and blue isn't their favorite color like they said, and it was all a lie. But you really don't need to think like that. You don't need to be on guard as much as you are, because this person is showing up as they are what they seem to be. And somebody else might not find this person perfect. They might think that pizza's gross and blue is ugly, and their favorite color is green, and their favorite food is Chinese food. I don't know, but either way, you see this person as perfect because they are perfect for you. It's your soulmate. So of course, like, you are going to align perfectly with this person, because this connection was meant to be. It was guided by the universe. So, yes, they are going to seem perfect to you, and that doesn't have to scare you. And really, in reality, I think you should embrace that, because this is great. I mean, this is like a perfect scenario here. And then the fact that we have the Four of Wands and the Lovers, it's just like, this is really beautiful, because this card is about reciprocation of emotions. So, as strongly as you feel for this person, they are going to feel just as strong for you. So, that could be another one of the insecurities that you have been kind of dealing with, which is keeping you like in this energy right now with this person. That maybe it seems like you care about them so much already, because like I said, you're seeing this person as just like perfect for you. So maybe you're just thinking, I really care about this person, and we've only been talking for X amount of weeks or months or however long it's been, and what if I scare them away? Because I want to tell them that I really care about them, and I really see this connection as like being a deep connection. And then what if they just say like, okay, I don't, I thought we were friends, or I thought this wasn't, I don't feel as strongly. That's not going to happen here. This is showing to me that whatever it is that you feel for this person, however strong it is, they're going to give that right back to you. So you may very well be surprised by the reaction that you get if you tell them how you actually feel. If you show your emotions, if you share those emotions that you have with them, you might be surprised by the fact that they feel exactly the same. And it could really start you into just a really great situation. I don't want to keep saying perfect, because nothing is perfect. Everybody's human. But I see this as perfect as something can be for both of you. I guess I'll say that. It's as great as it could ever be. So that's really good. And then we have the soulmate card, and it says, yes, this is your soulmate. So, I mean, I don't see how the universe could be any more clear. This is just a great message. I really love this, because we have so many indications here of a soulmate. So the fact that you have been wondering about this person, and you've been questioning and just kind of getting in your head about it, and very concerned about whether or not this person can be as great as they seem. Yes, it says right here, they can. They are that great. And like I said, not everybody in the world is going to think one person is perfect. Like your best friend's idea of a perfect partner could be totally opposite of your idea of a perfect partner. Everybody's preferences vary. So the fact that you were lucky enough to find this person that you are going to feel this much love for each other and be so fulfilled and happy with this relationship, it's extremely lucky, and it's very much guided by the universe to happen, because not everybody just gets to meet their soulmate every day. So the fact that this is a soulmate energy that we're dealing with here is just so great. I really love it. And this says the answers you need are coming. This to me is just saying that since you've been questioning so much about this person and wondering if what they're telling you is true, you are going to, as you get to know this person more and more, and you see that everything that they are telling you is true, all of these things are going to just start to happen. They're going to, I guess you're going to get the proof that you need. I hate to say it in such a way that it's like, you don't need proof to believe somebody if you trust them. But all I'm saying is you're going to start to accept the truth that this person has been telling you, because it has been true all along and you don't need proof of that. But within yourself, you're going to start to believe this person, because when they tell you things and when they promise to do things or when they tell you how they feel, their actions are going to line up with what they're telling you. And every time that happens, every time that they do follow through on something, every time that they tell you something and then you actually see things with your own eyes that match up with what they're saying, that's just going to prove to yourself that this situation isn't too good to be true. It is actually true, and it is that good. It's just the reality of the situation that it is that good. And then we have the Wonders card. This is about kind of letting go of expectations and going with what is being given to you that's out of your control. So it's about letting go of those insecurities and all of those doubts that you have about this person, about this situation. And it's also about kind of just believing things that don't seem possible. So it's almost like a card of believing in miracles, which maybe since in the past people have let you down, that can kind of dull our belief in miracles or things happening to us that are just really great. It can make us question whether or not those things are possible, because all we know is things ending painfully or people hurting us. So sorry, I had to clear my throat, but this is just a card of things happening to us that we might not even see coming, we might not ever be able to predict or expect, but they're really great. And I think that's really what a soulmate is it's like, we can't even imagine what our soulmate looks, acts, how they are until they come into our lives, because usually it's greater than anything that we could have even ever come up with in our heads. They may be totally different than something that we had in our heads that we expected of the person that was our soulmate. But a soulmate is somebody that we need in our lives to balance us out. And that's what this person is going to do for you. So like I said, they might not be somebody that you were expecting to be your soulmate. They might not match up to this picture that you had in your head, but they are going to be the person that you need, and you are going to find a very deep love with this person. So really what I see this week is you're going to be just continuing forward with this person and getting these answers to whether or not all of the things that they are saying can possibly even be true, because they're so good. And yes, they are true. So you have a lot of good things to look forward to. You have this reciprocated love. You have this abundant future to look forward to with this person. So this is just really a great message here. And I just love it. So I hope that it offered you some clarity on a situation. And if it did, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe down below and give the video a like as well. And thank you very much for watching.